Now I'm going to tell you how to operate and install the filling machine. So you can see here, this one is a bottle vibrating plate, and this one is a filling machine, and the cap vibrating plate is behind it. So here is the back of the filling machine. You can see that there are cables and tubes with corresponding labels around them. And also in the back of the filling machine, there are labels on it. So what you need to do is just match the labels. For the cables, you have to plug in and screw the nut, and for the tubes, you just need to plug them in. And here is the gas sources. So this one is the main gas sources. It will be divided into 3 parts. So you can see the first one is go to the air inlet, and the second one is go to the filter, and the third one is go to the bottle vibrating plate. And next, I'm going to tell you how to install the bottle vibrating plate and how to install the linear vibrators and how to adjust them. So actually there are 2 special parts to install it. One is located in the left of the machine, and another one is located in the back of the machine. So what you need to do is put the silica gel on the special part and cover the plate and use the 3 screws to fasten it. And then you have to match the outlet of the linear vibrator with the bottle receiver with 1 or 2 millimeters gaps here. And then you have to match the outlet of the bottle vibrating plate and the linear vibrator also with 2 or 3 millimeters gap here. And if you find that the outlet of the bottle vibrating plate is located in the left or right of the linear vibrator, then you need to adjust the screws which is located in the center of the bottle vibrating plate. You need to lose it, and then you can adjust the left and right. And if you find that the outlet which is higher or lower than the linear vibrator, then you have to lose the 4 screws which is located in the 4 corners of the box, and then you can adjust the height. And the next part, I'm going to tell you what's the name of the mechanism and also the functions of them. So you can see here, this one is a bottle receiver. So the bottle will come from the bottle vibrating plate to turntable through the bottle receiver. And when the bottle go to the turntable, it will run for 1 step to the next stage. So you can see the next one is a bottle detector and a needle of the pump. So the bottle detector will detect if there is a bottle on the turntable, and when it works good, the tube will fill the liquid into the bottle, and then the bottle will go to the next part. So this one is a punch and pre-screw mechanism. So when the bottle go to here, the punch mechanism will punch 1 cap on the bottle, and the pre-screw mechanism will pre-screw the cap. And the next one is a cap detector, which is going to detect if there is a cap on the bottle. And the next one is a water detector, which is going to detect if there is liquid in the bottle. And this one is a screw mechanism. So when the bottle go to here, the screw mechanism will go down and screw the cap. And then the bottle will go to the exit. And next, I'm going to tell you how to use the machine. So you can see that there are many buttons. The first one is the main switch, which is going to control the machine on and off. And this one is the screw speed adjuster, which is going to control the force of the screw mechanism. And this one is an emergency stop, which means if any emergency happens, you have to press it. And if you want to release it, you have to rotate it, follow the clockwise to release it. And this one is a run and pause button, And here is an interface of the filling machine that you can see that there are many buttons in the bottom of the interface. So this one is an alarm. So if you press it, you can see that there are current alarm and historical alarms here. And you can also clear the current alarm and historical alarm by press the corresponding buttons. And the next one is the sensor test. So this part is going to test the sensor is good or not. So I will use the emergency stop as an example. So you can see here, the emergency stop is red now. And if I press the emergency button, it will become green. And if I release it, it will become red again. So this part is just going to check the sensor is good or not. The next interface is the run interface, so that you can see there are limit, count, and total here. So limit means that how many bottles you want to fill today, and if you want to fill countless bottles, you can just impress 0. So 0 means that you can fill countless bottles, and count means that how many bottles are filled from today until now. And total means that how many bottles are filled from the first time that you use the machine until now. And you can also see that there are many buttons. They are function buttons. You can turn on and turn off of them to control the corresponding mechanism. For example, if I do not want to use the bottle vibrating plate and I want to use my hand to place bottles on the turntable, I can just turn off the feed bottles, and the next time when I use the machine, I can just use my hand to place bottles on the turntable, and the bottle vibrating plate will not work anymore. And the next one is the manual part. So this part is going to check if there is any malfunction happened. You have to check that where is the malfunction and what happened. So I will use the punch and screw as an example. So you can see if I press the punch cap, the corresponding mechanism will work. See, it will go down. And if I press the screw down and screw buttons, the screw mechanism will go down and screw the cap. And the next part is the pump manual. So this part is going to clean the pump. So we always recommend you use the pure water and 75% of alcohol and pure water. So which steps for 10 or 15 times to clean the pump. And if you do not use the pump for a long time, like more than 15 days, then you have to turn on the bypass. It will protect the pump and the tubes. And you can also set the times and the volume for clean. And the next one is the speed of the pump, so you can just change the speed of the pump here. And in this part, you can turn on and turn off the pump, and you can also set the volume of the pump, that how many waters you want to fill into the bottle. And the last one is run in the program interface, so that you can see that there are many parameters here. So the volume means that how many liquid that you want to fill into the bottle. And the punch cap time means the time that the punch mechanism will punch the cap. And the pre-screw delay time means the delay time when the bottle go to the pre-screw mechanism. It will delay a little bit time and then pre-screw it. And the push cap time means the time that the mechanism push the cap. And there are send bottle voltage and send cap voltage here. So they are the voltage of the bottle vibrating plate and the cap vibrating plate. And the higher the value is, the more powerful the vibrator will vibrate. And the linear vibration voltage is the voltage of the linear vibrator. And the screw cap time means the time that the screw mechanism will work. And the speed means that how many bottles you want to fill in 1 minute. And the pump speed means the speed of the pump. And no bottle stop means that if there is no bottles on the turntable, the turntable will not stop immediately, and it will also run for 20 steps and then stop. And if you saved all the recipes down and you want to save it and use it in the future, you can just press the recipe, the save recipe. And we have 10 recipes from 0 to 9. And if you want to use the corresponding recipe, you can just press program and input the value and read the recipe and use it.